These are the oraimo spacebuds, the latest budget AirPods from Oraimo and presumably the direct successor to the AirPods 4. In some parts of this video, I'll be comparing them directly to see how much of an improvement has been made over the predecessor. However, this is not a comparison video, so let's get into the review. In the box, you are greeted with this black pack that contains extra ear tips, a charging cable, and the user manual. Beneath that are the space buds. One thing I've noticed about Oraimo's packaging in general is that it feels very premium. So props to Oraimo on that. Bringing the space buds out of the box, the first thing that struck me was the case design. While others are going the route of rectangular cases with curved edges, Oraimo decided to go a different route and design something inspired by the moon. Yes, you heard right, the moon, which explains the name. Another unique thing about the case is the light that wraps around it. Very cool, right? And that's not all. It has a reactive color changing feature which can be controlled in the app, with an array of 7 different colors to choose from: fluorescent yellow, tropical orange, digital purple, pilot blue, peaceful blue, energy green, and my personal favorite, moonlight. The earbuds have a pretty basic design with a purple chrome color on the stem, which I personally feel neutral about, but that may be an interesting fact for you. Speaking of comfort, they are very comfortable and practical, and honestly, I wouldn't want them any other way. About 10 minutes after I put these buds on, I don't even feel like they are there anymore. So they are quite comfortable and sit quite well in the ear. They have actually never fallen out of my ear, whether while dancing, during my daily workout, or even purposely checking my body around to see if they fall out. They are even IP54 rated for water and dust resistance, so it's very ideal for workouts without having to worry about sweat damaging it. So for the design, these earbuds get a 9 out of 10 in my rating. In terms of build quality, they are decent but not exceptional. Unlike the FreePods 4, which despite looking fragile felt durable as you opened or just held it, due to its sturdy design. Compared to that, this one gives off an unsettling feeling when held or opened. Don't get me wrong, this is a well-built device, but having used the FreePods 4, this feels a few points less in build quality. The spacebuds come packed with features that are surprising for a sub $30 earbud. For example, they support dual device connectivity, allowing you to connect to two devices at once. So if you are working on your PC while your phone is far away to avoid distractions, the earbuds will pause your music and let you take a call on your phone. And you can connect them to two phones at the same time also. How cool is that? They also feature wide area tap, which is handy if your hands are dirty or you don't want to touch the earbuds. You can change songs, switch between transparency, ANC, or turn them off by tapping specific areas around your ear. Although for some reason it doesn't work when you're on a phone call. Another feature is smart chat mode. When listening to music with ANC on and you start speaking to someone, the music pauses, switching to transparency mode to help you hear the conversation. After 8 seconds of no speech, the music resumes and ANC turns back on. It's a great feature for conversations, though it doesn't pause the music when others speak to you. One downside is that if you are on a call with smart chat mode activated and start speaking, the call cuts off, which I feel is a terrible glitch. There's also an option to use your voice for prompts such as ANC off, transparency mode, or power off, instead of the robotic female voice. I tried this feature and I didn't like it, so I won't be using it. Now, let's talk about that 50 decibels of active noise cancellation, which, believe it or not, cancels more noise than the almighty AirPods Pro and, of course, the FreePods 4. The ANC on this is very good, as it cuts out most ambient noise and allows you to focus on only what you are listening to. I tested this out when I purposely stood beside a large power generator, and surprisingly, after turning on ANC on this, it cancelled out most of the noise. Whether it's fan noise or someone watching a movie beside you, it does a really great job. You should understand that it won't block out all the noise, but it does well enough to allow you focus on only what you are listening to. It's really great, and honestly, at this price point, I'll give it a 10 over 10. Now, there's no doubt that the most important part of any AirPod is the sound quality, and I'm happy to tell you that this do not disappoint at all. Overall, the bass is very punchy and it has a very vibrant and refined sound. I enjoy listening to music with it, even on higher volumes. It does not sound very distorted. However, it's still a budget AirPod, so don't expect the same sound quality as Apple AirPods Pros or Samsung Buds. But this sounds great, no complaints there. Although if you feel the need to tweak the sound a little bit more to your taste, you can do that using the equalizer on the app. Speaking of equalizer, most of the features on these AirPods can only be controlled using the app, but we'll get to that. Before then, let's talk about the battery life on the spacebuds. Oraimo in their claim say this will last about 11 hours with ANC off and 8 hours with ANC on. But in my real world testing, I could only get about 7 hours with ANC off and 4 hours with ANC on. Now, putting into consideration the extra 3 full charges the case gives makes it a functional companion. When the case finally runs out of juice, it takes about 1 hour 30 minutes for a full charge, which is not bad at all. However, Oraimo claims that plugging in your case for only 10 minutes will give you about 1 hour of listening time. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Moving on, when I saw the design of the spacebuds charging case, I had just one concern, which was how much the lights will affect the battery life. But so far, it hasn't had any serious negative impact on the battery. Let me explain why. Now, the lights only come on in 3 scenarios: while charging the case and when you open or close it. And it goes off after about 10 seconds, which is why the lights do not significantly drain the battery. I think that's a smart move by oraimo. Another aspect of this earbuds worthy of note is the app, so let's talk about it. When you get into the Oraimo Sound app, the first thing you notice is Oraimo's signature color. Moving past that, these are the things you can control from your app. You can switch between ANC on and off, transparency mode, or even change their intensity. You can also turn on smart chat mode, wide the area tab, game mode, customize your voice prompts, and change the lights on the case. And of course, you can customize how you want your earbuds to react when you tap them. Now, price is where the spacebuds are most impressive, because despite all these features, they still cost just under $30, which is a really fair price for what they offer. The spacebuds are ideal for people who want budget earbuds with great sound quality and premium features. On the other hand, if you're someone who's coming from high-end earbuds like the Apple AirPods Pros, Samsung Buds, or even the Oppo Encos, these are budget earbuds, so you will definitely not be impressed by what they can offer you, and you are definitely not the target audience. Also, Remo might be releasing a pro version of the spacebuds later this year, so turn on post notifications, subscribe, and like this video to get notified when that video drops. And I hope this video helped you make the right decision. And that's it from me.
Hey,
Peace.
all work, no pleasure.